I feel like I need to talk it straight away because the re-record, if people watch the recording back, it'll. I'm live. I don't know if the music's working on it, but I can tell that I've just gone live. Actually, it says 13 seconds. So we're on. Hello, YouTube. Although no one's going to be here yet. But we're live on YouTube. Welcome, YouTube. There's a big fart. Oh, there you go. Goose is, look at there. That's working. Goose and Gunda commenting on YouTube, but it's come through here. Now I think, tell me if this works on YouTube, if you're on the YouTube chat. Let's see that, I think that only goes to, oh yeah, it goes to YouTube, but I don't think that went to Twitch, which is a bit of a pain. But it's handy. The thing is, when you're doing these sort of triple streams or double streams, you don't use the chat much. I'm supposed to talk. That's the difference. I read the chat, but answer the questions. So can you hear the music on YouTube? Not anymore, it's just finished. Oh yes, cool, they can. There you go. That's interesting. Well, we'll see if I get a strike tomorrow, but we shouldn't. We should be right. We should be right. Just a bit of a test. Though, alright, now, since this beer's going warm in front of me, I'm going to turn the music down a bit. Hello, innocent bystander. Is that what you're called there? Yes, you are. Oh, you have to be, because that's what it says there. Alright, so I've got two beers in front of me right now, and I can't sort of say too much about the recipe at the moment, really. But this beer here, even though it's probably going to be flat, because it was canned for me, well, it was canned for somebody else, and the seal didn't work, so that's why I ended up with it. G'day, Seamus. And I don't know if the YouTube can hear the blurbs or not. They probably can. It depends where I've put them. Some I didn't, because some have got music on it. I think they can hear the blurps and not the sound alerts. Anyway, I've got to stop talking about that stuff. For those that don't know, probably should have waited half an hour.
Specifically vodka, whiskey, beer,
might turn that down.
tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey.
For those people on YouTube, there is people watching from Twitch, and they're doing, no, it's okay. They're doing the sound effects and that, which is totally fine. That's what happens there. But people on YouTube are probably going, what the hell is that? All right. The guy that I've been brewing with in Bendigo, who, it's a long story, but we're not going to go through that story. Anyway, he was asked or applied to do a beer, I believe it is, for Bendigo on the Hop, which is a beer festival in Bendigo, obviously, and got accepted, and we're doing a collaboration for it. So me and him brewing a beer, and it's in the festival. We brewed it. You might have seen some footage of mine on Instagram, maybe, at the Brewers Collective. We brewed it at the Brewers Collective. The festival at the time needed 4 kegs. That's hang on, we might just turn that off. And that's the wrong one. Why isn't that turning off? There we go. And the system we were brewing on was only about 200 litres. Now, we pushed it, and people might be wondering why when we're brewing on such a big commercial system, we used a hop bag, if they noticed. There was a massive hop bag. The reason was because we were trying to get 250 litres out of a 200 litre system. They call it a 300 litre system, but you usually get 200 litres out. We were trying to get 250 litres out. So we also had a... hang on, I'll put some music on in the background there. We also had I can't remember what it was. You may as well say a Robo Brew or Brewzilla with about, I think it was a 40 litre one. So it must have been an old Guten or something. That's right, I think it was. And I think we had 10 kilo of malt in there as well. But no hops or anything. You know, we mashed in that, and we had the big 300 litre system full to capacity. And even just adding that extra 10 kilo of grain, you know, all adds up. So we were pushing it, and that's why we used a hop bag. So we could take the hops out of the boil and then still top up the boil kettle with that other batch of beer we'd just brewed in the little system that, batch of wort. So we were really pushing the system. So the idea was we'd give 4 kegs to the festival, and then it'll try to get 1 keg for us and maybe can some or something, you know, and pass them around. And I think there's a little bit in the, I don't know if it's contract or whatever, where we're pouring under one of the shops. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's a thing. So it's in Bendigo, so I haven't been there. I was there on Brew Day, but it's not ready yet. It's finished fermenting, but it's got to, you know, sit there for a week and then get kegged. But my mate Shiv went, and he said he only got 4 litre. He got one of these out of it. This isn't it, but he got one of those out of it. And he canned some. And this is a can seal that didn't work. But he dropped it off today, but it's not sealed properly, so it's probably going to be flat. I think he only did it yesterday. So it could even be oxidised a bit. It could be bad, but we're going to find out. It's a bit exciting for me. This is good. There's the other one here in that other thing is another story too. That smells pretty good. Apparently, it's I'm not really supposed to say. I don't think. I don't think the style matters. It's a what I don't know. It's a New Zealand IPA. We'll call it that. Yeah, it looks as it might have darkened a bit just being in this can overnight. Yeah, I knew it'd be flat. It's carved in the keg, but because this can wasn't sealed, it's still got a bit in it. It's definitely misty. If anyone was in my, I briefly showed it in the Twitch stream, and maybe in my Patreons have seen I showed partial bits of the label. No 5-year-old hops, no. Yeah, this is a bit damaged from. It tastes pretty good though. It's going to be much better with the carb. And we used I can't remember what we used the hops for. Hops wise, there's a ton of hops went in it. But we also used when I was at the liquid hop. That's the one that gets me banned. Thanks for following, but it won't get me banned because I've turned it off.
Searandoc 14 is now following.
Thanks for following, Searandoc. Thank you. And subscribe. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. For those on YouTube, they can hear it now, but if they watch the replay, they probably won't hear that. What was I saying? Thanks very much. I'm not quite sure how I say that name though. Doesn't matter. I'll call you Doc 14. That's going to be good. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the Liquid Hops Roadshow that I went to a couple of weeks ago. Speaking to Phil from Bintani. Not from Bintani, oh, you hate that. There is Phil at Bintani. Phil from HBA. They're competitors. Anyway, they don't do that. I'm going to get myself into trouble here. No. Phil from HBA. And I said, we're doing this beer for Bendigo and the Hop, because they had all these different hop products there, and he gave me a big packet of Citra Spectrum, I believe. I think it was a 200 gram pack or 250 gram pack, which equals out to about, I don't know what it is, at least a kilo of hops. I think it might even be more than that. I don't remember exactly. That went in with the yeast. That's mainly for aroma, but you're still going to get some flavour. That's really nice. I'm looking forward to tasting that properly. And so, yeah, if you're going to Bendigo on the Hop, you'll be able to taste this beer in the... Oh, I just read it before. I had the window open and told my mate. Window open, I mean the web page open. Because I couldn't remember the name who we're under. If you go to Bendigo on the Hop, there's like about 8 venues, I think it is. And so you buy a ticket from one of the venues, and that's kind of where you start. And then you have a couple of beers there, and then you move around venues. And the venue we're at is the one in the car park, but it is in a car park because the bottle shop is too small. Oh, was it? Oh, I might get in trouble for that one, but it doesn't matter. It says Crusty Demons. Bendigo on the Hop. Hang on, I will just check out where we are since I'm telling the story. And I'll probably be there helping pour for the first while. I don't know if I'll be there all day because I want to get around and have some fun too. But I will be there for a little while pouring the beer. Probably in the morning. Bendigo on the Hop. Oh man, the hops in that beer, when that's carved properly, that is going to be a hop bomb. We were going to do a black IPA, but we weren't allowed to because on our hub, there was, I think, there's 3 or 4 breweries in our hub, and the other 2 were doing black IPA, so we didn't want, they didn't want 3. I'll snooze those ads. There's ads coming up, at least on Twitch. We are at what they call Bendigo on the Hop at the Hop Supply Co. Now, tickets are sold out there, but that doesn't matter. If you buy it, there's only tickets available to Chatterbox Lounge and Sound and Music Bar, and there's 9 venues. But it doesn't matter which ticket you get a venue to, because once you have one beer there, you move around to all the other different venues. It's kind of like why they call it Bendigo on the Hop, I guess, because you hop around the different venues. But yes, if you're at Bendigo on the Hop, you'll be able to come and try this beer. There's also this other beer, which you would have seen if you've seen my latest video on this thing, or the thing that's inside there. The beer that I kegged, people like the oh, that's fucking nice. Oh no, YouTube. I shouldn't swear. I forgot I'm on YouTube. This beer is actually on tap tonight if you're in Windsor, at Windsor Ale House. There's a party on there, and while I don't think it's for sale, because legally it can't be, because they put it on tap for a party. If you go and find, if you go to Windsor Ale House tonight, I don't know if the party's still on. I reckon they're probably still drinking there though. I shouldn't say this on YouTube. He'll kill me. Go and find Shiv and say, "Can I have one of those beers?" Oh god, there goes the licenses of all the places I've just blown. Anyway, this is I haven't released the recipe yet, but this is a I can say it now since the beer's out there, but it's a white IPA, which is normally an IPA that's brewed with Belgian yeast, so it's got sort of Belgian qualities, like when you say white, like a white beer, like a wit beer, but with hops and more alcohol. But this one is a little bit more hazy, and that was on purpose because he's mucking around it. It was for a friend, and oops, sorry about that. You probably got that ding. It's a bit of a bastard to pour out of this. I've just put my tap straight on the bottle, which you shouldn't do, and I haven't got the gas with me. So, hang on, where's the side cam? You might be able to see it there. But yeah, it's really awkward. They really should put a post upwards so you can put the tap on properly, because it's a bit awkward to pour out of the side here. Very awkward. I've got to open that tap up a bit more. And yeah, there's no gas in here, so it's running out of oomph very fast. That'll do. And this is with one of the newer Sapphire yeasts too. Just bump the screen. Wit beer. It's WB. Oh God, I always get the number wrong. Oh, it smells good though. WB. Well, the tap drops on the drips on my mouse pad. It is WB. I was given it at WB20. WB20, a wit beer yeast that's non-diastaticus. So, yeah. Hang on, where's the front cam again? Let's go there. And yeah, so it has... they always look a bit darker in here than they actually are because of all the red lights and stuff too. Everyone always knows that are here, and I always carry on and try and show everyone, but yeah, it's dark in here. Turn the light on. It's got a lot going on. It's better when it warms a little bit, but it's hoppy. Sometimes you can't taste the coriander, other times you get the coriander. We didn't use grape peel, we used one of the new products, which was grapefruit rather than orange. So it's grapefruit, hoppy. It's only a tiny bit though. 5%, nah, it's about, just snooze those ads again. It's about, it was 63. I should be saying it in bricks, but I'm not. It was 1.063 and it went down to 1.017. Whatever that is. We mashed at 70 degrees Celsius. Oh yeah, sorry, you're not a beer person. Hang on, I've got it open. I'll do it. I used to do it in my head, but I can't be bothered because you usually minus that, and then you divide it by 4 or whatever the fuck it is. I can't remember. Oh, stop swearing. I'm on YouTube. I keep forgetting I'm on YouTube. 63 down to 17. It's 6%. It's about 6%. But it's it's interesting. We used Indian coriander, not the normal stuff. It's really hard when you try to talk to people about coriander because it's one of those things that people call it something different everywhere. But the football shaped, if you're going to... G'day, David. How you going? If you're going to use coriander in these sort of beers, don't get the round coriander that you see in a lot of places, most places, at least in Australia. Get Indian No, not 1007. No, we mashed pretty high. Oh, that's good, Dave. We mashed at 70 degrees, so we're expecting it to. You never quite know. This was a yeast we'd never used before, quite new to us. yeast. And also, you don't really know. It can have a high attenuation, but we mashed at 70 degrees, which is, you can mash at 71 with modern malts usually, but, you usually get a bit of variation. So 70 degrees is probably about as high as I usually mash. You say that on the interwebs, and some people go, "What are you doing? You can't fucking mash there." Well, you can mash there. You can. Very much so with modern malts. And that was with a in the system here, was a double batch we brewed here. So he got a keg for the party, and I was supposed to get a keg for me, but as I always tell people, not to use the bottom drain, not to set up a bottom dump port on a Firmzilla because you waste so much beer. We brewed about a 48 litre batch. I think we got a little bit less in there. I don't have a measurement on my new 55 litre Firmzilla, so which I will get. It's just a sticker, but I didn't have one. The batch size was 48. We were using this big hop filter, the new thing, testing it and stuff. So I probably lost a litre in, chillers and lines and things. So I'm guessing in the fermenter we got at least about 46 litres, I would say. 45 at the very minimum, but I reckon it would have been more than that. And in the end, I got 4 litres in this keg and his 20 litre keg. That video's on Patreon, but it's not on YouTube. Where I kegged that'll come out eventually. The Talus videos, Talus keg videos. But anyway, that's another story. And I got 2 750ml bottles. That's 1.5 litres. I got about 5.5 litres. May as well say 6 litres because I drank a glass or two while I was doing it. And he got 20, so we got 26.5 litres out of about 46.5. I wasted about 20 litres dumping. There's probably a litre or two left in the fermenter, which you'd expect at the end. But dumping hops, dumping yeast, just trying to clear it out. Because if you're filling and doing everything from the bottom port, you've got to get rid of it all. And in all these... in home brewing, we're using 1.5 inch fittings. That's exactly what they're using in a 10 hec or that's 1,000 litres for the home brewers, or 10,000 litre fermenters. They're using the same fittings, but in a Firmzilla or whatever, it's not just Firmzilla, whatever fermenter you're using, you haven't got the weight. You haven't got the 10,000 kilograms or 5,000 kilograms of weight on top to really push down that yeast and the hops down the bottom. Most of the time the slope on the fermenters commercially they're much steeper, so everything falls down a lot better. You don't have all that playing with you, helping you on a smaller fermenter, so you just waste a lot of beer, and that's why I always tell people not to use them. Better off with the jar, take the jar off for the yeast and just deal with the rest. You should come to the Baysides of Warnights. Bayside Brewers, you mean? Is that who you mean? On the 22nd. Oh, is that Troy, yeah, it is, isn't it? Yes, it would be. I've just put 2 and 2 together. You win everything. I'm not going because you're going to win. You win door prizes here and beer competitions here. He's the luckiest man on earth. No, he's a lovely guy, Troy, too. If you ever get to meet Troy. And so if you're around the Bayside and want to join a brew club, Bayside Brewers. Oh, I remember you won the bloody kegerator at the ANHC too, remember? You got a lovely wife, you're always jetting around. No, he's a good guy, Troy. He really is. So if you want to I used to have a bit more to do with Bayside, not much, but because through. Oh, was that a ferret? I thought you won a kegerator. Um, and then you won something else too. I saw you won. Yeah, Peter. But I haven't seen Peter for ages. He used to come here all the time, too. But yeah, I used to go to your Oktoberfests and stuff. But it's not only me. Since we had kids, the wife doesn't want to go anywhere. So we sort of, when I used to go, oh, can we, drive all the way over the other side of the bay? And these days she can't be bothered driving anyway. I'll look into that. I'll look into that. Is that 22nd of this month? I'm a bit busy this month. Look. No, that can't. Is it 22nd? Hang on. I should just open the calendar rather than searching the date. That's a bit stupid, isn't it? Hang on. But Bayside were one of the good clubs that I never had a problem with in Melbourne. I'm too honest, and yeah. Look, I don't think. Look, I'm going to be honest here. If it's the 22nd this month, I'm really next weekend I've got Torquay Beer Festival. I'm staying there for the weekend, and then and then yours would be the Friday of the next week, and then the next week I'm at Bendigo on the Hop serving my beer. Well, we got a beer. I brewed a beer for Bendigo on the Hop. Or me and a mate did, and so I'm at Bendigo for the next weekend. I think if I go out to your way next week, the weekend in between, I'd be shot. You know what I mean? You're lucky. Your lovely wife goes around with you. Mine stays at home these days, so I don't get to go out as much. What weekend are you in Bendigo? I'm in Bendigo. It's the Bendigo on the Hop Festival's on the 30th. It's 3 weekends away. Well, yeah, I'm confused. It's the 30th, the Bendigo on the Hop. 30th. No, I used to think I used to go to a lot of venues, and now I've slowed down again, and I always get jealous of wherever Troy goes. He's always, although well, this will be my first time serving one of my beers at a festival. I was going to say it's quite exciting, but yeah, it's just another beer. But yeah, next week I'm not casting. Well, unless I go live after from Torquay. It's this beer, which this isn't much of an indication. He canned a beer yesterday, some of the beer, but this one didn't have a. Oh, sorry about that. This one didn't seal properly, and he brought it over today. He goes, oh, you can try it, because I was there on Brew Day and all that, of course, but I haven't. It's still in the fermenter, but he took a sample out and tried to can a couple of them, and then he brought one over today and goes, it didn't seal properly, so it's going to be flat and it's going to be. But it's a. I'm not supposed to say too much still because it's kind of not a. They try and keep it quiet till the festival. But I can tell you it's a New Zealand hazy IPA. We were doing a black IPA, but on our hub there was already 2 black IPAs, so we got sold. They'd put it in first, so we went, all right. Well, we'll do something else. No, I'm not no drunk. Brian, I'm not on next weekend unless as I said, go live from Torquay because the Torquay Beer Festival's next weekend. I am home the weekend after. That's 2 weeks' time I'm home, and then the weekend after that I'm in Bendigo. I'm not home. Oh, it's a long way. Bendigo's a long way from here too, man. It's a long way. Like, I usually catch a train there and stuff. It takes me about 3 hours from here. takes me about 3 hours. But even driving, still probably 2 hours. It's nearly at the border. Well, you're not at the border, but it's only another, I don't know what it is, nearly less than an hour till you're at Mildura or something like that. Or is it Echuca or I still don't know my Victorian geography very much, but you're a long way away. It's alright. Bendigo's alright. If you like ice. But that's just everywhere. No, Bendigo's good. The weather's usually good. I shouldn't fucking say that. I shouldn't say that before the festival. No, I shouldn't say that. Yeah, so, and these are two beers that's what they're quite similar but different. Even though, yeah, this one, that's the one for Bendigo on the hop. That's not properly carved yet, and it's still in the fermenter at the brewery. And this is one, another collab. These are both collabs with the Zythologist brewery. So me and Shiv brewed these together. This one was brewed at my house at the back here. We did a double batch, and it's on tap at the Windsor Ale. Oh no, that's that. For a private function, it's on tap at the Windsor Ale House tonight. Just for a private function, though. It's not. Anyway, he's got a license anyway, so if he wanted to sell it, he could. But yeah, it's on tap for a private function at Windsor Ale House tonight, and the other one will be at Bendigo on the hop. And hopefully, what I was saying before, they ask for 4 kegs usually, and so I was telling you before how we were trying to push the fermenter volume to 250 so we could get a keg to can some. Well, I think they've dropped the order down for the festival to 3 kegs, so hopefully we get a full keg that I can bring home and can, or can somewhere. And then maybe some people can try it. And I can whack the label on that we spent a long time making. I shifted. Oh, no, well then again, I did half of it too, kind of. So anyway, this is a little bit of a test live on YouTube, because usually I'm not... I meant to put music on in the background to really test out the... which I will do, to really test out this, see if I'm going to get a strike for the music. Which I meant to do, put on before. Oh shit, hang on, turn it down a bit. I just want to see, right? We'll go into that stupid news screen. I've been testing another one. I just want to test a few things to see if I get a strike on YouTube for playing music. But we can continue to talk. I can turn it down because YouTube's smart. If YouTube can have it in a radio in the background and you still get in trouble. Oh yeah, Goose likes this one, so I should turn up a little bit more. Hang on, we can do... There we go. That'll do. You'd much rather look at this beautiful face, wouldn't you? Thanks for dropping in, Troy. And everybody else that I haven't mentioned or haven't seen their names pop up, I try and turn my mic up. I can't turn my mic up anymore. It's busting out the VU meters. I can turn the music down. It's easier than turning the mic up. I can turn it up, but it'll end up buzzing out. Are you in speakers or headphones? Because it'll make a difference. Also, if you're on the telly, maybe because some people watch on all different systems, put it on the setting that puts people's voice up. Yeah, see, speakers, yeah. But, when you've got one of those music systems, sometimes you can, like when you're for watching movies and stuff, I can't remember what you call that setting. Someone will tell me on the comments. that boosts the torque. We have talkies these days. There's people, did they? When I was born. No, I'm not that old. Then we got talkies at the moving picture theatre. It's funny, my kids still do it sometimes. You go, and I'm taking a video, and they still stand there like you're taking a photo, and they've never even, they've grown up around video cameras. Yeah, I think I hate wearing headphones, to be honest, but you probably hear better. But as I said, it depends on your stereo and the settings you've got. I just mix them together. Yeah, so anyway, that one, for those that weren't here earlier, this one here is like a Belgian wit beer, but a hoppy, like an IPA. An IPA wit beer. But we've sort of pushed it to the NIPA thing. So yeah, coriander, but it's got grapefruit, a ton of New Zealand hops. A couple of little other hop packets too, experimental type hops. I can't remember what they were called though. They are in the recipe, but just for dry hop. The dry hop is huge. Oh, I wish I could find that video. Hang on, I wish I could find. I'll see if I can find the video of when I dry hopped it. Hang on. I'll have a quick look. Bear with me. Yeah, for the people that watch the playback, they won't be able to hear the music that's playing now. So keep them entertained in the comments while I'm trying to find this. Tell them oh God, keep it clean. Keep it clean. Oh, I can't remember what it was. 21. No, it's not that one. Oh, I know where it'll be. I think. Oh, right. Duh. No, that's the pixel. It's got to be here. It's got to be here. I can find everything except the video of it. Oh, you'll have to get the short version. Where the fuck is it? Oh, the camera one's in here. I've got all the footage except the proper camera footage. Okay. Five minutes. Low. Take a little trip. Everyone, I can't sing because they won't hear the music. They'll just hear me. Oh, where did this go? Come on. Doesn't want to play. Come on. It's one video. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I think this will be it. Oh, I can hear is that playing? I can hear the football in the background. It must be on the radio of the in the background of the video. Turn the sound off it. I'm lost. We're just gonna have to do this a bit randomly because I've got things all over the screen at the moment. A little bit out of whack. Alright, this was the dry hop. Oh, there we go. I can turn the radio off so I'm not going to hear that in the background. That's good. Alright, do we have that? Is the VLC going to work? No, obviously not. Otherwise we'd see it on the screen. That's alright. I'll just capture the left screen. Alright, here we go. Left screen. There we go. That was the dry hop. Is it going to have me actually do it? Or is it just a picture of it? Oh, here we go. That was the dry hop for this beer. I know this is uncut, so it's me stuffing around. Here we go. Skip. Here we go. There you go. Check out that for the dry hop. There you go, eh? Alright, YouTube people. I still think my vocals are Yeah, that was a bit nuts. You don't have to do that, right? But there was a lot of hops going into it, and that was a double batch, remember? So that was a little bit under a 50-litre batch of beer. So I could have done it in 3 goes or whatever, but you may as well do it in, you know. There's another video coming up where I did it in a different beer with a different hop, and it sort of all failed. Well, not failed, I actually got it done, but it was a lot harder. It was whole hops, which was a silly idea. I knew it was a silly idea, but I thought it'd make a good video. And so I thought, alright, I've done it in that. So I'll show you that it does actually work quite well if you use other hops. That was one of the reasons, and the second reason was it was a lot of hops, and doing it once is better than doing it, filling it up, doing it, filling it up, you know? Just makes sense. Hello, Annals. Have to be careful how I say that after a few drinks. I'll never grow up. Well, and that's it too. Like, you got to think about, Seamus, when you're doing videos, you got to do something that's gonna. If people don't click on that picture of it or whatever, then no one's ever going to watch it, right? And I try not to do what everybody else does. I don't do thumbnails of this. Homebrewing is dead. Or, you know, what's this? I can't stand them. I don't click on them. So, maybe, I know I should, because it'll probably get heaps more clicks. But, funny. Now cracking myself up. So I like to just keep it real. Keep it real a bit. Be more down to earth. But anyway, take it easy, YouTube. I'm going to turn off from YouTube because I get a bit loose. If you do want to listen to music and come out and hang out and hear me swear more, I'm on Twitch every Saturday night, well, except for next Saturday night. I'm not next Saturday night, and I'm not 3 weeks Saturday night. I'm not here on the 16th, and I'm not here on the 23rd, but just about every other Saturday night I am on Twitch. But since this works, we might still be able to bump YouTube into it now, because a lot of people don't like Twitch, and I fucking get that, but it's just an easy live streaming site for me to use. But take it easy, YouTube. I can't there's a dozen odd people there at the moment. Thank you very much. There's been 95 people over the last however hour I've been on, or whatever it's been. How long have I been on YouTube? Can't even tell. Not very long, but Thanks to the 95 people that dropped in. Probably only been on there an hour, no, probably less than an hour. But take it easy. I'm going back to Twitch. I will put the Twitch in. I can put the Twitch address in for those that do want to come along, but don't come along if you're easily offended by drunk old men. I can't even find my own link. It's Gash Slug on Twitch. Hang on, I'll find it. There it is. Copy. Let me bung that in there. Thanks for dropping in, Goose and Seamus and Innocent Bystander. We never see you much on Twitch. There we go. There's the link. 44 minutes. There you go. No one. Thanks to everybody else. Dave Chugs. Probably gone by now. I don't know. But whoever, thank you very much for dropping in. We'll do this more often. As I said, I won't be here next week. But yeah. I do this every Sunday night for nearly 15 years. Take it easy. I'm going to go and put that back in the fridge. And go and pour something else. Cheers.